back out here again today for Down South Racing, and as you can see, hopefully, or at least hopefully you can tell, I just got done washing my car, and, you know, hadn't been washed since I got it back. It's been raining pretty much the whole time, but, you know, I think she looks pretty good. Was just a quick little wash, so, you know, nothing super spectacular or anything, but I think she looks pretty good. You know, always got to use Adams polishes, but I like Adams polishes. There's a lot of good stuff now. I'm sure everybody is, you know, this is all really similar if we wanted to get really down to it, but I just got done washing it up for the first time. You know, it had a ton of salt and just road grime all over it. So, you know, happy to get all that off. But the topic of today's video, as you will hopefully be able to tell from the title, I want to go weigh this car to see how much it gained by putting on the turbo kit. I obviously am assuming it gained a lot. The only things that are technically weight reduction, I'm going to put the whole drag pack on, but the BMR front bumper support bar is supposed to say like 9 and a bit pounds, you know, and change. So, you know, you say 10 pounds basically, and the exhaust is cut off right about there, right about the door handle-ish. So you're losing probably, I'd say 5 feet of exhaust plus mufflers. So, you know, that's probably 40 or 50 pounds. So I would say that, you know, you're saving, you know, in the neighborhood of 50 pounds off the car as of right now, you know, plus the entire drag pack. But I will tell you all, I should have a clip, I think, somewhere in here. The car used to weigh right at 3,700 pounds. I want to say it was literally like 3,700, maybe 3,710, something like that. You know, on the previous setup, just bolt-on car. And I believe that was on maybe a rear tire only, like rear drag pack only. So, you know, you could say, I don't think these wheels up front weigh that much less than, you know, those right there, because they are a 28-inch tall tire. I think these wheels are supposed to weigh like 20 pounds exactly. Those wheels weigh 24 pounds, but 28-inch tire versus like 27-inch tire, I think, the 285/35 19. And so, you know, I'm sure they're pretty close. I think I've weighed those back tires before, and they weighed like 40 something pounds like that altogether. Again, you know, so about a 20-pound tire, I would say. I'm sure that one's pretty similar, you know, just from picking them up, moving around. You know, it's not going to, I don't think, affect anything greatly. But, you know, with the whole drag pack on, I'm, you know, assuming the car without the big, tall tires in the back that I normally run, you know, I'm going to say that saves probably 20 pounds, you know, 5 pounds aside. And so, you know, right there, you know, you could say 70 to 80 pounds I would think would be saved versus, you know, if the car did have a full exhaust and it was on a full street setup. I'm going to say the car's gained 100 pounds. I'm going to say it weighs 3,800. That's just my guess. Go ahead and comment down your guesses below. But, you know, twin turbo kit with intercooler, but with dump pipes only for the time being, and BMR front bumper support bar. And so, you know, it's full interior, full tank of gas. So, or, you know, however, you know, it'll be like a gallon under by the time we get there. But, you know, so, you know, 15 plus, or, you know, 14 plus gallons of gas, I'm sure. So full tank be 16. So, but, you know, full tank for all intents and purposes. And so, you know, I'm kind of curious to see how much it weighs. I would like to say 100 pounds, or, you know, it could be more, but I truly don't know, guys, because it's a big, you know, math conundrum, I guess, with, you know, you took some weight out, but obviously added intercooler turbos, but, you know, took headers off, put turbo headers on that are shorter. But again, you know, turbos, scavenger pump, you know, yeah, I mean, you know, it's got a booster pump laying in the back. I would say booster pump and bigger pump combined for another, you know, a few pounds. I mean, everything counts, but the scale we're going to, it reads in 10-pound increments. So, you know, it could be off, I guess, 10 either way, because it could, or, you know, basically 10, because it could go down, I guess, 4.9 pounds or go up 4.9 pounds before it would round, would be my guess. Again, not exactly sure how the software goes, but this is a scale I've always been to, except for one time when I very first ever did weigh the car. And, you know, since then I found this scale because it's free, and, you know, like on weekends and stuff, it's just kind of easy to get to. But it should be pretty accurate. You know, I think I said this in videos before, but the scale is used for like, it's like landscaping materials and stuff like that. So, you know, rocks, mulch, stuff like that. But obviously it needs to be pretty accurate. Otherwise, those people can, you know, lose money whom are selling it. But I've never had any issues using the scale, so hopefully don't have any today. But I say we go check it out and see how much this bad girl weighs. right, guys, so that's with me in it. Full tank of fuel, some snacks, jackets, camera gear, other clothes, and there's an Adams Polishes bag in the back. So this is full interior. Also see all the seats. So that's about as heavy as the car can be with me in it. So I'm about 220, 225 pounds. So let's see what the car weighs without me in it. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but it says 3780 now, so that's about right. I lost 230 pounds. All right, guys, so as y'all can see, I was pretty close, but honestly, still yet, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, the car only gains 80 pounds, and so, I mean, that means the car with, no interior can, still reach, hopefully, under 3,700 pounds, and as we all know, S550s are not small girls when it comes to the weight department there. But I was just parked up here doing a little photo shoot down the middle of the driveway. But I've got a new phone, if y'all can tell. I got the 11 Pro Max, so hopefully you all enjoy this quality a little bit better as far as when I have to film on the phone for just quick stuff like today. But, I'm pretty impressed with it. But, let me know what y'all think about the video and the audio quality. And, again, I'm genuinely impressed. So the car is basically 4,000 pounds with me in it. Normally I've always raced the car without the back seats. So, I mean, back seats and all the junk that was in the car, take all that out. You're looking at about 3,950 with me in it. I'm also going to start a diet here soon. Been getting a little fat over the winter here, trying to pretty much been focused all my energy on this car. And my girlfriend gets mad, but I told her, now it's the way that I want it, and hopefully, we don't have any issues from here on out. But, I think she looks pretty good. So, I mean, and it's running really good, guys. Like I said, I mean, the 93 tune is, a 99% tune. I mean, there's some small stuff we could adjust, but big news in today's video is this coming weekend, Saturday, December 21st, I will be going back up to Lee's for E85. And so we're going to see how she does. Lee's a little bit skeptical about E and the DW400's capabilities with ID 1050s. So, hopefully the car, it'll work out. He said he did have a blower car before with the DW400 and ID 1050Xs, and it made like 709 to the wheel. And, it had a little bit of room left. So, like I said, I mean, if my car makes anywhere near 700 on E85, I'm going to be more than satisfied. So, I mean, comment down your guesses. I think the car would make right over 600 on 93. Lee thinks on 10 to 11 pounds of boost, the car will gain exactly 100 wheel horsepower. So, again, he knows his stuff really, really well. So, I'm going to trust in him. Like I said, if the car makes 680, I'm not going to be upset at all. I just want the car to be able to run as good as it can and, have no problems. And, so far I haven't had any issues. So, again, huge shout out to my man Will Z for throwing this thing together in just a few days and then changing out wastegate springs like a madman to get these new springs working. So, huge shout out to him. Be sure to check out Z's Automotive on Facebook, Instagram, whatever he has. And, Will always does great work, guys, and for a great price, and that's really hard to beat. And he's someone I trust, and so, that's always something you want to look for, and, someone who's working on your car. But, the car looks pretty good, guys, I got to say, for a quick little wash job. The only thing that's a little bit weird right now is it doesn't have exhaust tips, so you can see right there. I mean, it's a little funky looking, but, turbo life. So the only other really modification I hope to make, I do eventually want to go to a full exhaust, but basically I want to have my dump pipes extended to behind the axle, because I don't know if I can get down here, but I think you should. So yeah, you can still see the exhaust hangers right there in the right there portion of your screen, and I would like them to get extended back. You can kind of see them up there poking down. I'd like to get them extended back to, right there, and then have the dump pipes come out. Will says it would make for some awesome burnouts if I could point the pipes out directly towards the tires. So, that would be cool, but, just pretty much for driving purposes, because right now, anything above 60 miles an hour, the car is really, it's pretty difficult to drive down the road, honestly. It doesn't bother me as bad, but for, my girlfriend, other people I want to take on trips, it's very annoying, and I don't want it to be, full-on race car. It's cool, for a little while, but I'm about over it, to be 100% honest. So I'm going to have to check and see if, where a shop can, basically extend and make me some custom brackets, and then, basically cut the dump pipes off there, the tips, or the turndowns, I guess you would call them, right there at their weld, and then bring the exhaust all the way back. and see how much that's going to cost and see if that's going to affect like the tune or anything with any back pressure issues. I don't think it will, because it's just going to be it's just going to be like more pipe, I guess. It's still going to be same size and everything. So, again, I hope that doesn't happen, but if it does, hopefully we can get it, sorted out in the tune. We don't have any back pressure issues. On 3, I actually spoke to them. You can understand being a little angry about the, there's people riding horses through here now. What a time to be alive. But about the wastegate springs and stuff. And they were a little concerned with back pressure issues on the 55mm turbos. But, hopefully we don't get those sorted out. But I'm going to let these guys pass through. Those guys are on their way now. Just some neighbors know those guys, but we have a trail behind our house, so they're going to head up that way. But anyways, guys, like I was saying, hopefully don't have any back pressure issues or anything like that. Haven't had anything so far, as far as like leak and tell, tuning the car, and the car seems to run really good. So, as far as just driving around, like I said, the only issue I've had, which, I haven't even really had time to data log it to get it back to Lee, and plus I'm going back this week, is on part throttle, the 3/4 shift is just, it's just weird. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's like a slippage of some kind going on. The car will like kind of lose momentum, and then it kind of locks up real hard into the next gear or so. But at wide open, sent people out to Mexico to test that out, since the 3/4 watt shift is about 135 miles an hour. But sent some people out to Mexico, and it's pretty good. So I don't think it's the transmission, but again, I don't know. I hope it's not the transmission in this car. It is stock, but it should be good for the power level I'm attempting to do it at. I know more people have made more. But anyways, guys, I've kind of got off topic a little bit, and I apologize for rambling on, but I wanted to let y'all in on the fact that the car is going back to the dyno this Saturday, and hopefully we don't have any issues and we can get some power numbers, make some full pulls. And I'll be sure to keep you all updated. But I don't know if I'll have a video in between then or not. Possibly, but if not, then it'll be about a week until y'all see another video. But I'm trying to put up some more, but having some issues currently. The place I'm working at is going to end up closing down here pretty soon, and don't worry, like I'm not going to be like unemployed forever, but they are going to close down. So we've been kind of struggling to do some inventory and do all kinds of stuff like that. So I've been really busy with that. That's why I haven't been able to put this video out any sooner. But once again, I'm pleased with the car, and I'm really just hoping E85 turns it into pretty much everything I want it to be. And I did have my first race in the car that was an actual race. I raced a heads cam intake C6Z06, infamous cars, and I'll put that clip in here right now. Since some or I should say the car had its first race, wink wink, but I did send some people out to Mexico, and I'll put that clip in here and tell me what y'all think. So as you can see, the car did edge me out there at the end, and probably a lot of people say I did go on two. I did go on two because it's a big hard-hitting NA car, and I had to be spooled up. So is what it is. I figured I'd get hammered anyways. But honestly, for the car to be on 93, guys, I was pretty impressed. That car, that C6Z, has the biggest. He said the biggest cam you can put in an LS7. So it's a Texas Speed 4.2 cam, AI, advanced induction, ported heads, and a MSD intake, non-ported, and Texas Speed, I believe 2-inch headers. Could have been 1 7/8, but I think they were 2-inch. And the car made 599 wheel horsepower. So take that with a grain of salt. I know some make more, some make less, but the car's been 10.2 at 138, and it's also got 14 gears, I should say. So it's pretty raw, but I was impressed with my car. With just some quick calculations. Like I said, my car weighs about 4,000 pounds with me in it. That car probably weighed 3,400 and less with him in it. So, he's got me on the power to weight by almost an entire pound per horsepower. So, I thought my car did pretty well, and no complaints as far as that goes. But guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video, and hope you all enjoyed. Hope I didn't ramble on too much, but just wanted to kind of let y'all in on everything that's been going on this past week or so since the last video. But the car is still on 93, should be making a little bit over 600 horsepower to the tire. Weighs about exactly 4,000 pounds with me in it, and 3,780 without me in it. So, you know, I think it's running pretty good for what it is. You know, the 315 gears have finally come into play to actually help, I would say. You know, they are quote-unquote boost gears is what everyone refers to them as. 6R80 and turbo and Gen 2 seems to be the winning combination in terms of, you know, big power and stuff. So, you know, I'm hoping, you know, my medium power, I guess you would call it, you know, car, you know, I think it's going to do pretty well. I got into a little bit of a comment war on the last video with a guy who told me there was no way the car would go nines, you know, on the current setup, and I told him obviously the car's on 93, and you know, I don't expect the car to go nines, but I think the car has a chance at going nines when it gets on the 85. You know, again, the stock converter is going to be the limiting factor, but you know, sub 10.5 for sure, I think on the 85. 10.5 to 10.8, I would guess, on 93. So, you know, we'll have to see. I got to see again if I can make that 26-inch rear tire. The ET Street R I've got hook. If not, I'd have to go get 28s, and that may take me a little bit longer to either find or afford. And so, you know, who knows? Hopefully I can get a good deal on some of those, maybe sell my old ones, or I don't even know. Hopefully the 26 will hook, but, you know, that's going to have to wait probably until spring, guys, to be honest, unless we take maybe a trip down south or something like that. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. And, you know, like I said, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all are enjoying this new content with this car as much as I am enjoying the car, just even having it. It's like, you know, as you all know, it's a I should say lifelong dream of mine. Sorry, I was going to say long time, but lifelong dream of mine to, you know, have a fast car. And, you know, I've always loved Mustangs. I always loved turbos. And so, you know, this is kind of a good culmination of the two. And, you know, like I said, I couldn't be happier with it. And, you know, I hope you all are excited to see the car on the channel. And, you know, we're going to see what she'll do. You know, we're going to put some stock parts to the test and, you know, see how long they last. If they break, we'll just have to upgrade. So, you know, stick around, guys, for that upcoming content. But like I said, guys, hope you all enjoyed. Hope y'all are having a great day, a great week. Merry Christmas. You know, if I for whatever reason don't post a video before then, but you know, like I said, Merry Christmas. And you know, I'll let y'all know about how the dyno goes this coming week. And you know, stay tuned for my Instagram, Down South Racing 606, because I'll probably be posting stuff on there first. But until then, guys, peace out. I'll see y'all next time.